What's up, guys? Team No Fat Chicks, coming at you with a new video that we're trying to start. Team Captain Pat, obviously running Dragunities, going strong for 2 years now. We wanted to just give an update about the new pack that's going to come out soon, or the next couple packs. There's going to be some wind support. There's a new Ixie coming out, obviously the Elemental Lord, and we're just going to see what we think the format will be like for Dragunities once all this starts. So let's just jump and ask some questions. Now, as far as the new Ixies, the what's it called, Pat?
Lightning Plover.
Lightning Plover. You need 2 wins for it, and it's got a pretty badass effect. What is it again?
It's got a ignition effect on summon where when it Ixie summons successfully, you can target one face down card your opponent controls, and it goes right to the bottom of the deck. And it's got a secondary effect on once per turn you can detach one of its material, target one face-up card your opponent controls, and then put that on the top of their deck. And because it uses 2 materials and you already get the freebie on the summon, I mean, it's a ×3 compulse in its own right.
Alrighty then. Sounds good. Now, obviously, the way you run your deck right now, it's kind of hard to bring them out. I mean, I think the only way you can really summon them is if you have, what, 2 ducks on the field right now? Now, obviously, that may change once, it actually comes out. It may tweak it a little bit depending on if you decide to base your deck solely on getting them out. But let's talk about a couple things. As far as the Dragunity synchros, like Vajrayana and Gaidirk, we have seen a fluctuation in price going skyrocketing for these couple cards, like $20, $25. Why do you think? Is it just because, all the hype that all the new support's going to come out?
Yes and no. Vajrayana is a great card. I mean, it's always going to be the most expensive of the deck, followed by Phalanx, because if you're going to build the deck, you got to have the engine for it. Now, the Wind Lord will put in some hype, but its effect is still unknown. So, I mean, I assume it's going to be a bounce back effect since all winds have that base effect anyway. And that's good, because Compulse is such a great card, and it's got the same effect. However, I don't know if you're going to see a lot of that Wind Lord in Dragunities. Possibly one, but we run so many winds that it would have to be mid-loop or mid-turn or something. And it would just, we do have graveyard control, but it's more of just stack up your graveyard and make sure you can always have your turn. And, I mean, you're going to see some really cool builds, I'm guessing, but I don't know how competitive they'll be. Like, you're going to probably see some Garuda the Wind Spirit pop up for the Lightning Clover play if someone wants to main that. The only downside to him is he's only 1900 attack. But if you got like a set card or a Spear Reaper on board or something, I mean, it can really get over some key things. And it's now the Wind guys out to stall cards like Gachi or Zen Mains. And it's pretty good. But in that right, I mean, you might as well just run Black Corn because it would do roughly the same thing.
That was Black Corn, the new Ixie that came out, the 4 rank. Number 50. Pretty good effect, sending 1 monster your opponent controls to the grave by detaching. So Zen Main's killer, obviously, and some other stuff you just can't get over. And inflicts 1,000. Some burn damage there. Now, let's see, jumping back down here, let's see, we've got Gaia Charger, pretty, not too precious for the loop, it just helps. Stardust, obviously, when you see Dragunities, you always see Stardust. It's the staple 8.
It's what made them what they are.
Right. Now, let's see, over to the basic monsters of the deck. Obviously, your Ducks, your Legionnaire, and your Phalanx. These are obviously the only engines. This Ducks makes 6 to 8. Legionnaire is a lot of pop power and makes 5. So that's your Casters and your Librarians. Let's see. Any other questions? What kind of decks do you think would mainly run the new Elemental Lord?
Oh, let's see. I think Mist Valleys are going to see maybe a jump in price here. They've always been the extreme budget deck. I don't think any of their cards have ever gone over maybe $5. But I would like that. I mean, they do have some good stuff, and they already have that bounce back effect, especially with Falcon and Soldier and the Mist Valley Thunderbird. I mean, you could probably do some really sick combos with that. I mean, I could see maybe the Elemental Lord having the effect of, like, target one card, both you and your opponent control, send it back to your hand. I mean, that could make a pretty broken effect, because that could just clear a field, or, like, choose up to 2 cards on the field, or on board, and put it back to the hand or back to the deck or something. I mean, that could be pretty broken.
As we've been talking about these attribute effects for the wins, about the bounce back, do you think that we might see any side decks once all this comes out of Rebound, perhaps?
Poisonous wins.
Poisonous wins. There you go. Oh my goodness! If any of you remember, we made a video way back when, probably about a year ago, and I would show everyone all of the poisonous winds I collected in Photon Shockwave, I think it was, just to rub it in my captain's face, because I hate these guys.
They're not even that good.
But I love them. But you know what? We may see some hype in them, maybe even more of a price jump. But who knows what's to come. We'll try to keep you updated as much as we can. I know that the next Elemental Lord is going to be the Fire, so we're going to...
Before we wrap this up real quick, think about it. The Wind Lord, I think Mist Valleys could actually do really, really good. I'm going to state this right now for the record. I mean, I could see some broken loops, and if it's all the Elemental Lords that summon themselves, if you have 5 engraved, I mean, with Mist Valley Falcon and that bounce back effect, and if it's when this card summoned, bounce 2 cards back to your opponent's hand, I mean, if you have Falcon on board, and you pop that thing out, bounce 2 cards, you can attack for your 28, and then attack for 2,000 and bounce your Elemental Lord right back to your hand, and you can replay it. And I mean, if it's like, oh, this card, like, number of times per, like, once per turn type of thing, like the Moonland Glacia, then you can just sit on it and do it again next turn. I mean, I could see Mist Valleys getting some serious support off that.
Right. But yeah, once again, next Elemental Lord, the Pyro, the Dinosaur, Rex, dude, whatever, pretty broken, actually, will be in Lavels. So we'll probably see a pretty good size of the Lavels hitting the ban list, maybe in March, depending on how broken they are. Kindling. There you go. I mean, for those of you who don't know, Lavels have a spell card that automatically sends Lavels from the deck to the grave. Send Handmaiden. Handmaiden's effect sending more. You can get 5 in the grave first turn. You can drop your Pyro, Rex, whatever, first turn. Doesn't even matter. It'll be so broken. So once the pack finally drops, everyone better fear the Pyros and Dinosaurs and anything else that could, be related to them.
You fear the first turn Quasar and then drop the Pyro, pop that Quasar. Opponent just took 4,000. You have Shooting Star Dragon on the field.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
So, anyway, that wraps it up for this Dragunity take. We'll keep you in touch. For now, Team No Fat Chicks, logging out.